ahead and we're talking about waves. Now, I'm not talking about just ocean waves or you waving at something, right? A lot of the things of how we receive radio transmissions, how we receive light from the sun comes through waves, right? So first thing we need to know exactly what is a wave. So what is a wave? A wave is a moving disturbance that transfers energy through matter and when I'm talking about matter, I'm talking about solids, liquids, and gases. So I'm going to put solid, liquid, gas, or space. So my question is, does anyone can raise their hand and give me an example of what you know uses waves or what you may think uses waves? Jamie, I'm sorry, baby.
Water.
Yep, water.
Yay.
Caleb, what were you gonna say? It's okay. Sergio? Yeah, microwave, right? It's in the name. Okay, Caleb, you remember? Not quite an oven, right? Jamarian?
Like a steam from a pot.
Yeah, so steam from a pot. So we're talking about something that has waves. So water can move through waves, right? I'm looking at something that's moving through waves right now. Light. I can. Jamie?
Sound waves.
Sound waves. I'm gonna say UV. UV is ultraviolet.
LED light.
Yep, so that's still from light, baby. Sometimes when I'm at the doctor's office, Hannah?
They have like that. Sometimes it's called it's like that light that they use at.
Yeah, so it's the light they use in their mouth, but I hear it from Alana. Alana, you said it's a what? X-ray.
Or at the dentist, that little light.
Yep, that's what Hannah was saying. And the last one I'm gonna give you an example of, the word is seismic. Has anyone ever heard the word seismic before raising their hand?
I heard it last time.
Do you remember what it was talking about, Jamie?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Amy, do you remember? It has to do with earthquakes. So underneath it, just write earthquakes. Now, this is a word we're going to introduce here. We'll come back to it when we talk about weather. And we'll come back to it again when we talk about geology in semester 2. Yep, we're in semester 1, baby. So, all these waves are placed in 2 categories. Can I scroll up? Okay, can I go to here at least? All right, all waves are in 2 categories. So let's go ahead and write this. All waves are in 2 categories.
Oh, I put all waves.
Number 1, they require a medium. And what does the word require mean, raising your hand? If something requires it, it what? Raising your hand, Bennett? Needs, so we're going to write needs next to it in case you don't know. Require needs a medium. No. And the second one does not require a medium. So all waves are placed in 2 categories. They need a medium and does not require a medium. But before we even get this far, we have to ask ourselves, but what is a medium? Can I just put medium question mark?
Yeah.
Okay. We can spend time writing 2 extra words, but I don't want to.
Can we put a question?
Yeah. So, what is a medium? It is something that a wave travels through. And under the word through, sometimes I just like to draw an arrow because sometimes we get that confused with though, right? All right, so we have, what is a medium? A medium is something that a wave travels through. All right, so we're going to ask ourselves the following questions. All right, can I go up to the top of the orange?
Yeah.
Okay, top of the orange. So I'm going to ask myself, in a water wave, what's the medium in a water wave? In a water wave, what is the medium? Right, remember the word, Dixie. Remember, a medium is something that a wave travels through. So if I have a water wave, then what's the medium? Can someone help Dixie out? If we're talking about in a water wave, what's the medium, right? A medium is something has to travel through. Hayden? The water, absolutely. In a sound wave? In a sound wave, what's going to be the medium in a sound? Dixie. Oh, what's your question, baby? Yep, does not require a medium. All right, in a sound wave, and this one you have to think about a little bit, right? Think about how sound travels. And we think about how sound travels through a medium, but what is the medium that the sound is traveling through? What is the medium that the sound's going to be traveling through? What do we think it could possibly be the answer? What do you think that the sound's passing through? Hayden? The sound, but something. Like right now as I'm talking, the sound is being passed through something in order to reach you. Hannah?
Sound wave.
It is a sound wave, but what is the wave passing through? There's a lots of this between me and you. Bennett? Air, right? Because if I'm in outer space, is there air in outer space? But can you hear someone scream in outer space? No, because there's nothing for the air to travel through. So in the sound wave, what is the medium? The air. Last question I'm going to ask here, and then we're going to keep going. In a earthquake, ooh, this is a good one. In an earthquake, what's the medium? In an earthquake, what is the medium? In the earthquake, seismic wave, what's going to be the medium that the seismic waves are passing through during an earthquake? Alana? The ground here, right? The grounds. So I'm going to ask a question here. And obviously, if I'm about to put some crazy color up here, it must be important. So the question I'm getting ready to ask is, does light need a, yes, baby, need a medium? So does light need a medium? What do you think? Sergio, what do you think? Huh?
Yeah.
So you say that light needs something it passes through? Right? Because medium is something that it passes through. So does light need a medium? No, right? Because if I'm in outer space, there's nothing there, but will the light still reach us? If I turn the lights off and I turn the lights back on, is anything passing through the light to get here? No, even in a vacuum, meaning someplace that has no air, will the light still travel? Yes, that's what outer space is. So does light need a medium? No. All right, I'm going to write 2 more sentences, and then we're going to draw a picture and just label the picture. You knew there was a drawing coming here somewhere.
I knew it.
You just didn't know where, okay? Last 2 sentences. Ready? There are 2 types of, there are 2 types of waves. 2 types of waves. Number 1, electromagnetic. Oh, wait a minute. If I told you radiation was electromagnetic waves, do we think radiation needs a medium or does not need a medium? Does not, right? So electromagnetic does not need a medium. But can it still pass through a medium if it needs to? Yes. But is it required? No, not at all. Second one, mechanical. If a mechanical wave is that going to need a medium? If a sound wave is a mechanical wave,
Yes.
it's going to need a what? Medium. Requires a medium.
Medium and mechanical. What about air?
That's how I always remember. I always remember mechanical, medium. They both start with ME, so if it's mechanical, it needs a medium. If it's an electromagnetic, it doesn't need one, but can it pass through one?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the main takeaways here, that there are all waves are put in 2 groups, either they're mechanical or electromagnetic. One needs a medium, one does not need a medium. All right? And that is the main thing here, is that we have 2 types of waves. One requires a medium, one does not require a medium. Okay, may I go on to the last part of the drawings?
Yeah.
I should make you sort these, but we'll do that later. All right, last picture is the picture of the waves. Right, so this is going to be a subtitle, right? It's still important, but now we're just going to be using a still bold font, but a little less. This here is just going to be called, this is your wave properties. Wave properties. Wave properties. All right, so this is a wave, right? If we even think about it, sometimes we mostly see these waves. If you've ever played like a jump rope or a slinky, slinkies are really good at showing us waves. Or if you're even out at the ocean, doesn't ocean waves look like this as well? Right? I drop a rock into a bucket, what's it gonna do? Wave out, right? Now, we need to know the parts of the wave. The top part of this wave here, this is called the crest. It's the highest point. If you want to write the highest point, that makes sense, but this is the crest. The lowest point here is called the trough. And if you're someone who has animals at home, like horses, you know a trough looks like this,
Yeah.
right? Where you feed the horses out of, it looks like a trough, a pig trough, it goes down, right? When we're talking about the height of it, this is the amplitude. And when we're going from a top of one wave to a top of another wave, this is called a wavelength. So these are our wave properties. All right, and the last thing we're gonna go ahead and do is our example of our waves from earlier. We're just gonna put whether we think it's an electromagnetic wave with the EM, or we're gonna put a M. And I'm sorry, babes, I'm still teaching. Does anybody need any more time for this picture? Okay, I'll give you another minute. We're gonna go ahead and on the bottom, I'm gonna come here, we're gonna write, is it electromagnetic? Or mechanical? And I still go ahead and I do exactly what Miss Jamie said. Under mechanical, I just always write the word medium under it. So that tells me it needs one. And under electromagnetic, I put do not medium. Right? Because electromagnetic can move without it, but a mechanical has to have it. All right, so I'm gonna throw out one of our examples from the other side, and you just gotta tell me if it's electromagnetic or if it is not. So let's go ahead and start with the first one. Oh, I'm gonna write it in green. Water. Yeah. Water. Do you think water is electromechanical, or do you think it's, do you think it's electromagnetic, or do you think it's mechanical? Raising your hand, does water does not need a medium waves, or does water waves need a medium? Jamarian? They need a medium. So on this side, I'm gonna write that it is mechanical. Sound. Is sound electromagnetic or is sound mechanical? Does sound does not need a medium, or does sound need a medium? Hannah? It needs a medium. So once again, this one is also mechanical. I have light. Oh, what am I putting for that one? I have light. What am I putting? Does it need a medium? Does it have to pass through something, or does not? Shania? It does not. So I'm going to go ahead and write electromechanical here. Sorry, electromagnetic.
If you don't have a
Yeah, baby. You can actually do EM.
And then, mechanical.
Yeah, or just ME. All right, so sticking on that, let's keep building on this. And we're almost done. I'm going to give 2 more examples and we're going to pack up. I have an X-ray. Ooh. Think about what you know when you're at the doctor's getting an X-ray. Does an X-ray need a medium, meaning it's mechanical, or does an X-ray not need a medium, meaning it's electromagnetic? Josiah? Yes, you do, friend. So does an X-ray, does it not need a medium, or does an X-ray need a medium? It does not. It is also electromagnetic. Wait a minute. Is anyone noticing something between light and an X-ray right now?
They both are the same.
They're the same, right? They're the same because don't they both give off light?
Yes.
Right? When I have light, obviously it's light. But when I'm in an X-ray, doesn't it come off as light on the picture they show you after?
It's like a black arrow. It's like bones. It shows your bones.
And it shows your bones, right? So what the X-rays do, they show you what is dense, which would be your body. The less dense is the air. So that's why there's no image behind your body, because it's looking for dense particles. All right? We're going to go ahead and move on to the next thing. You can go ahead and put your notebook away.